lots of thoughts trying to come out at the same time. But,
Continue to believe that families staying together is important. And it's why we will seek to prioritise family groups among the applicants to come to Britain under our new deal with France. But reforms are needed. So with our asylum policy statement later this year, we will set out a new system for family migration, including looking at contribution requirements, longer periods before newly granted refugees can apply, and dedicated controlled arrangements for unaccompanied children and for those fleeing persecution who have family in the UK. And we aim to have some of those changes in place for the spring. But in the meantime, we do need to address the immediate pressures on local authorities and the risks from criminal gangs using family reunion as a pull factor to encourage more people onto dangerous boats. Therefore, we're bringing forward new immigration rules this week to temporarily suspend new applications under the existing dedicated refugee family reunion route. Until the new framework is introduced, refugees will be covered by the same family migration rules and conditions as everyone else. Mr. Speaker, let me turn next to the action we're taking to ensure that every asylum hotel will be closed for good under this government. Not just by shifting individuals from hotels to other sites, but by driving down the numbers in supported accommodation overall. And not in a chaotic way through piecemeal court judgments, but through a controlled, managed and orderly programme. Driving down inflow into the asylum system, clearing the appeals backlog, which is crucial, and continuing to increase returns. And we're increasing standards and security and joint public safety cooperation between the police, accommodation providers and the Home Office to ensure that laws and rules are enforced. Mr. Speaker, I understand and agree with local councils and communities who want the asylum hotels in their communities closed, because we need to close all asylum hotels and we need to do so for good. But that must be done in a controlled and orderly manner and not through a return to the previous government's chaos that led to the opening of hotels in the first place.
So the Home Secretary has suspended refugee family reunion applications until they can dream up some tighter rules. And my first reaction is, it's about goddamn time. Because let's be clear, this so-called family reunion scheme has been one of the most biggest loopholes in our immigration systems for years. It works like this. One asylum claim gets through and suddenly it's not just one individual, it's the spouse, the children, the in-laws, sometimes half the extended bloody family tree, all waved in under the banner of compassion. Meanwhile, who pays the bill? Us, the taxpayer, who feels the squeeze. Ordinary British families who can't get a GP appointment, can't get a council house, and can't get their kid into a decent school. Now, of course, cue the professional outrage machine. The Guardianists will be in full tears by tea time. The NGOs will scream about human rights, and the BBC will find a tearful case study to tug on your heartstrings. But here's the truth. Britain is full. Our infrastructure is creaking. Our patience is stretched. And our hospitality is being taken for granted. This isn't cruelty. This isn't turning our backs on the vulnerable. It's common sense. A nation that can't control its borders cannot survive. And if you don't believe me, take a look what's really happening on the continent already. Mass migration, ghettos, social tension. Do we really want to import more of that? And yeah, suspend it. And whilst you're at it, scrap the loophole altogether. Let's have an immigration system that works for Britain, not for the people traffickers and not for the lawyers getting fat off the back of legal aid. Because I'll tell you this, the British people have had enough. And if Westminster won't listen, sooner or later they'll find out the hard way. God save the King, and God save Britain from politicians who are too cowardly to do what's so blindingly obvious.
Good day, sir!
You're still here? Well. This is what being right-wing must taste like. If you want to subscribe to Just Jake, subscribe over there. And if you want to watch more videos from whatever the hell this is underneath it,